Hey guys, so I want to introduce you to the channel. Other than car videos, I'm actually going to be doing the build series, just home build stuff. I recently got myself the Polyphenom L 3D printer and decided to start actually doing stuff around the house, making like weird household items or little brackets and attachments that make things work with, I guess, my house. First one is actually going to be a little mount that will actually center this light in here. So as you can see, originally my house came with a swivel and bottom piece, and instead of going out and buying a whole new thing, decided to just make it work, add a cover here and make a mount in the center of it. But the idea behind this channel and this series is going to be just little things that you can actually do at home, especially now during COVID, where you don't really get a chance to go out as much, or who knows, you might not be able to make things as easily or buy things as easily. So why not use what you have at home? Or I know not everyone has a 3D printer, but you can probably even make some of these parts without a crazy resin printer. I mainly have one for work. I'll be using it for air ducting in different parts. I mainly upgraded actually to a resin one because originally I've had failing prints in terms of temperature, and then also not always every single time just consistency with it. I did have my first resin printer was a Formlabs 2, which in its design flaw had resin get onto the screen or onto the laser and just kept randomly shutting off on me the entire time. I had like 4 good prints with it. It was perfect, and I have nowhere, apparently either when moving it or something happening, they said resin might have spilled onto it, and still waiting to get that fixed. But in the meantime, decided to upgrade to a bigger, no, I wouldn't say better, definitely the resolution is better, but I'll probably even go through this. Also, for now, I'm going to be using, for all of my face and small explanation things, I'll be using the camera on my laptop, which is garbage, but I will actually be using my GoPro to film like all the different small things I've been building and a few other things as well that should actually make it a little bit better resolution, or I'll try to see what I can do with this in the meantime. Took all my measurements, did everything right, hopefully, and then just threw it into SolidWorks. Quick rotation. This is where the clips go in, slides right in. Hopefully that should be enough, but probably just do one print for now to start. After that, test it out, put on the 3D printer. Sorry for the mess. I have been organizing and I'm waiting to get my other room back. So that way the 3D printer will actually go in there and I can actually use my office while it's 3D printing because the smell is bad. All right, so I'll go through, test that out right now. So one nice cool, I know you probably can't hear me, but one nice cool factor as it is you can actually hit pause and it'll finish up the layer. And then you can actually check on your print being done, which is actually pretty cool. So you can see if it's like sticking to your build plate, if you have which I don't know if you can see in the back, that's actually my build plate. So go ahead and let that keep on going. That piece is about yay small, so it's not meant to be very big, but that is a nice little feature where you can actually go ahead and see how your print is doing and how kind of like whether you have a failed print right off the get-go or not. Like I've had some misfortune with some where my supports weren't strong enough and ended up having to redo it altogether. So small little thing, but that is actually a very, very nice feature. Okay, so for the final piece, as you can see, this actually did work, minus being a little bit big, but it still actually clipped in, no issues. So the only thing with this is every single part that you do actually make is you have to actually go through and do all your individual height adjustments, and also all your building platforms have to be done individually in this program, which makes it a little bit harder when you're trying to do like 16, 17, 18 things at the same time, but it also works out in the long run, so not too bad. Also, the quality that you do get on the Phenom L is absolutely amazing. Compared to my old feed rate 3D printer, uncomparable. So I'm gonna do all these platforms and then go through and do the final print and start putting in. All right, print is finalized. I won't be able to actually show how I pull it off because I need both hands, but none of them failed. All of them came out nice, and time to start and then cure, clean them up, test fit, good to go. Still got plenty of resin left. All right, so got this off the build plate. Still quite a bit wet, but these are absolutely gorgeous. I know I'm only using my cell phone camera still. I should have the new SD card in by tomorrow or Monday, so I will be able to do a final appearance with. Yeah, this is actually amazing. So I did have a Formlabs for a while, but I am running my finger over it. I mean, granted, in the glove to handle it. Another cool thing is the program that you use for the 3D printer. It gives you a little lip, so when you take the little spatula that they give you, it actually has a little lip, so you can just peel it up and it just pops right off. It was not hard at all. Just able to drop it directly on the plate. I'm gonna go through, clean these up, put them in the sun to cure. I do not have my curing chamber here, so I'll be able to go through and fix it all tomorrow and finalize it all as well. So I'm gonna clean these up, but absolutely amazing for the 3D printer for the price value compared to a Formlabs. I am very happy. Yep. All right, so this camera should be a lot better quality, but there it is, all done, centered up nicely. And while I was waiting, I was actually able to get a shift knob printed out that I'm going to be designing for a buddy of mine racing in Formula D. Came out actually pretty nice. And need to go through and do just a little bit more cleanup. This is where all the supports were on the back side. Just a little bit needs to get sanded down real quick, and then should be good to go. Oh yeah, first project done. I'll have a photo of it actually installed in the ceiling, kind of done and set in this place forever, once in stone. Alright guys, so that was the first episode in the long series. If you guys ever have any ideas or other ideas of something I should 3D print or something you guys want to see 3D printed, I promise I will work on video quality in the future. I'm also by no means necessarily someone who's an expert at making videos, so bear with me. There will be a learning curve, there will be a learning process. I'll try to keep these up to date. I know I'll be gone next week, but then the following week I will actually do a video on the next version of this. It's a shift knob that I'm making for my buddy Kyle Mohan, which we're eventually going to make out of metal, but right now it's actually just cheaper, like significantly cheaper to just make these out of resin on the 3D printer. Saves you a lot of time, energy, and money, because a billet piece of aluminum that you have to shave down, make once, and then test fit, see if it works. If it doesn't work, you have to redo it. Not worth it. So I'm going to start doing a lot more of those. And then also, if you guys want any custom like gauge clusters, car parts. I will have to work with what I do own, which thankfully is quite a bit of stuff for things I can get my hands on. So gauge clusters, different car parts, or like if something weird one-off stuff that you guys do want to see, let me know. Write in the comments below. Hit like or don't like. Up to you guys. Doesn't really bug me. I'm going to keep doing this mainly for myself, and it keeps me busy during COVID and will keep myself going. All right. Thank you guys.